What's up, motherfuckers? Chris Olowicki coming at you with a new trailer reaction video. Yeah, the final trailer for Rise of Skywalker just dropped like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I figured I would jump on it and talk about it. Not super excited about Rise of Skywalker. I was very dissatisfied with The Last Jedi and Solo. But, you know, I wanted to say something. I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking maybe that Rian Johnson is not all to blame for how bad The Last Jedi actually turned out. Because they were so obviously trying to do what Kevin Feige was doing with the Marvel Universe and make all these interconnected side movies and everything. And that explains that entire 30-minute sequence on the casino planet. And the fact that Luke hands Leia the dice from the first Star Wars movie that I'm convinced that nobody knew about before that movie. I've never heard anyone talk about the dice in the Millennium Falcon. Never heard anyone talk about it. Don't remember it. Don't remember ever noticing them. And I've seen the original Star Wars like so many times. But yeah, they were ham-fistedly tried to use The Last Jedi to tie in with Solo with the casino planet and the dice. And look what that led to. There's not going to be no Solo 2. So the last one is full of all this stuff, and a lot of people like to blame Rian Johnson, and I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but I think I blame Kathleen Kennedy more, because there's obviously some meddling. That wasn't part of Rian Johnson's vision to have a casino planet that'll tie into the thing that Lord and Miller are working on. They were so obviously foisted upon him, which makes me a little more interested in Knives Out, which is his next movie, which comes out around Thanksgiving, I believe. But yeah, they're trying to pick up the pieces of the epic failure of the last two movies, and I don't see where they're going to go and how it's going to be satisfying to top off what's supposed to be a 3-part story. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's not going to work out. I'm predicting it's going to be a pretty bad movie. And as a 3-part story, I don't think I don't see how they could possibly salvage it. It seems like it's just done. But they should have probably, for a trilogy, they probably should have planned ahead and known what they were going to do next instead of just winging it. And they've been paying for it. I mean, they're still making billions of dollars, but per movie, but I think they could be making a lot more. I think that they're disappointed in what they're getting on returns for their Star Wars movies. I think they figured they'd be getting a lot more. Like I've heard speculation, like they've run articles saying that they've already made back what they paid George Lucas for the rights to the franchise, and I don't think that's actually accurate because they're not taking into account how much money they spend to make the movies. So they very well have made as much money as they've paid for Star Wars, but I don't know how much profit has actually come from that. And yeah, they're killing toy store chains in the meantime. The Rose Tico dolls. Yeah, we got 3 people in here. I know there's like actual like decent YouTubers on right now, like bigger YouTubers who are all running live streams checking out this channel, but thank you the three of you for being here. Say hey in the chat or something. And let's fucking check out Star Wars: The Rise of Star Wars. Final trailer. I just called this Rise of Skywalker. I think people are gonna get it. Can we see everything okay? Yeah. Alright, everybody. Hold on to your butts. That's not from this franchise. Samuel L. Jackson wasn't in the prequel, so... here we go.
It's an instinct. I feel it.
Damn it. Alright, so far so good. No, let's start over. I want to see that opening shot again, because I just thought it looked a little comical, very fan film out in the woods, running around with a lightsaber like that. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like run away with a lightsaber, but maybe like Finn definitely ran away while holding a lightsaber. That's his name, right? Finn? Yeah.
It's an instinct.
I'm just gonna let it play this time,
Feeling.
so I could just drink it in.
The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead.
Tico!
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
That looks kind of pretty.
Have I waited? And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
I haven't a clue what the fuck this movie is supposed to be about. How long is this going to be? It's probably going to be like close to 3 hours or something, right? Sup, RB? How you doing? Sup, Emzo? We saw a little bit of Tico. We saw more of Lando sitting. My prediction is he's going to be sitting. And I also predict that he's not going to be in the movie that much. It's all going to be about Rey. Looks like Tico might be sidelined a little bit too. We only saw her once. Finn's going to be in it. Poe Dan the Man's going to be in it a lot. I predict. This, I hated.
Taking one last look, sir,
They're trying
at
to...
my friends.
It seems like they're desperately trying to get those people who are just like, oh my god, I can't. they're desperately trying to get those people that hyped up as much as seems like kind of like emotional manipulation. It seems so. Oh, and hasn't R2D2 been like sidelined?
As my friends.
And what does that mean? Are they going on a suicide mission? I guess it's. I'm asking questions now. Are they going on a fucking suicide mission? And or are R2 and C3PO going on a suicide mission? Like, I know I'll never see you guys again. I don't know. That leaves me asking questions, I suppose. Let's start it from the beginning, and then I'll stop it if things come to me.
It's an instinct.
Something came to me. All right, that first Star Wars, one of the first trailers. Oh man, one of the first trailers for what was the name of the first one? The Force Awakens. Yeah. Excuse me. I remember that even got me because that's such a well-edited trailer. It had been so long, and then you see the Millennium Falcon for the first time, like flying around. There's TIE fighters, everything. The J.J. Abrams one. When they first started putting out teasers to that really would get that adrenaline pumping where I would even start to tear up at that trailer. Like, I'm just like, this is so epic. It's going to be so amazing. But now that we've had so many fucking mediocre Star Wars films since then, I feel nothing. Nothing! And I don't think it's necessarily because I've been following all the drama and just all the bullshit. Like, Star Wars just has a stank to it now. It's like with all the clickbait bullshit articles and the constant attacks on the fandom for saying reasonable criticisms of these films, like pointing out things. It's like, it's just, ugh. They've turned Star Wars into something I'm like almost rooting against, which you don't root or fight for movies. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna stop watching them. I mean, I'm gonna go see this, but.
Feeling.
It didn't look like her for a second.
The
Anyone else
Force
notice
brought us
that?
together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we.
Okay. We got Tico. Okay. I like her hair more better like this.
Good people will
This is
fight
the
if
only look
lead
we
them.
get at Tico. They're teasing us. They know what we want and they won't give it to us.
Good people will.
Who are these motherfuckers?
Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
Have we seen any stormtroopers in this trailer? It seems like Kylo Ren's the only bad guy I see. It seems like they're going to be doing a lot of other shit.
But I do.
Constantly at risk of chopping his own fucking hand off. The least intimidating villain in all of Star Wars. It's just like, they haven't committed to anything with him. Like, what are we supposed to feel about this fucking guy? He's like, I feel nothing. I don't care. I do not care about Kylo Ren having a redemption story or otherwise. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Maybe Disney is gonna change gears. Mandalorian looks great. There we go. Okay, I want to know what that frickin' block of ice is. Is that in outer space? That's pretty creative.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming
That's a...
to
Oh,
the-
shit! That's a gorgeous shot right there. This is... I love this. This is so fucking cool. I wonder what the hell's going on, but then right after we see this...
Coming together.
Boom! Doesn't this look like... Isn't it like... Do you see the contrast between this shot right here, the look of that, and the look of
Together.
this? Alright, this is supposed to be Millennium Falcon. It's just... It looks way too fucking clean in here. Chewbacca's looked way too fucking clean in these new movies. He's supposed to be a lot older, but he looks younger. It's missing the dinginess. It's just this is too HD, and her fucking... She's always wearing the same... I've been wearing the same clothes forever. I've been wearing the same outfit forever. Why is she wearing the same clothes from like the first movie? Doesn't she ever like? Haven't they given her new clothes? Why is she still dressing like this? And everything's perfectly clean. It's just it's too perfect. It doesn't look right. It looks like, you know how people call, there's this thing where they call Simpsons after like 2001 or something. Then it turns into Zombie Simpsons, where it's like it looks like The Simpsons. It sounds like The Simpsons, but it's just this weird thing. It doesn't have the soul that it had in the thing in the beginning, first 10 seasons. That's what this shot looks like. It looks too clean. It's just too perfect. It doesn't look right. Having said that,
Coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
so this is a spoiler. It looks like C-3PO dies in this fucking movie. That's what that looks like. Whatever. It's just okay. Oh yeah, it just seems very like paint by numbers. I'm being a little negative on it, but I mean it doesn't look awful. I mean, I'm willing to go in with an open mind to see this movie, but it hasn't made me more excited. And you know what? I said that since The Last Jedi. I remember if you go back and you look at my trailer reactions back a few years for The Last Jedi, they're in there. They're on the playlist, Drunk Reactions or whatever. You can find them. Or just look Drunken Atheist Last Jedi. You'll find them. I was not hyped. I was not hyped on the movie. And that was before we knew anything. I'm just like, this looks... I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just bored of Star Wars now. Maybe it's, you know, it's not like I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan ever. I'm way more into like X-Men and horror movies. I was never like a big Star Wars collector, but I appreciate them. I own all of the first 6 of them. I don't know. It's just... Let's imagine like the internet didn't exist. Maybe I would have seen The Last Jedi. I would have thought that was pretty bad. But I wouldn't have had to deal with... Now it's come to the point where in the media, their go-to is to call anyone who doesn't like The Last Jedi like anything under the sun, incels, fucking alt-right Nazis, just any derogatory term they lob at people who don't like The Last Jedi. And I mean, it's not wrong to like The Last Jedi. It's just a bad film. And it kind of knocked this whole franchise off course. I loved The Force Awakens. I liked Rey. I liked Finn. I liked Poe Dan the Man. I still think that movie is fun. I could put that on right now and I'd have a good time with it. But I honestly, and a lot of people love this movie, but I am not a fan of Rogue One. I thought that was like a very gorgeous, well-shot movie, but it was almost not a movie. It was it was just, it felt like a fan film essentially. And when they first gave us the trailers to Rogue One, they showed us one thing, then the movie showed up and it was completely different. So it's like they're seriously like putting these movies together like fucking, like, what's his name? It's just, I sound like a fucking idiot right now. They're just like pieces of plastic. There's not any like vision. Like someone wrote a good screenplay. It's like, oh no, we moved this around and this around. We have to have this and that in place in order to, and then we'll just have it. If we take it a very serious tone, it seems like it tricked people into thinking that Rogue One was a good movie when I don't barely even consider it a film. You think Martin Scorsese, what his recent, and Francis Ford Coppola, their recent comments about how the MCU isn't real cinema? What they should have like started off with, and especially Rogue One. Rogue One is not cinema. That seemed like it was made on an assembly line. I really don't like that movie, and I'm having trouble expressing myself without stuttering. But anyway, am I pissing anyone off yet? Knows the Falcon is a round satellite dish. George is getting his kickback now. On the Bud Light with lime in the theater to watch this, you should cheer. That should cheer you up. Of course, I'm gonna sneak Bud Light with lime into the theater. Yeah. But yeah. This is what Kathleen Kennedy really shit the bed with this whole thing, and Disney, for ego's sakes and all the egos of people involved, they're pretending like everything is fine, but we will see.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
This movie has got to be so fucking long. Look at, and you know what? Make it long. Just, if J.J. Abrams finds a way to, because could you picture being J.J. Abrams? I set up all of this cool shit. We don't see the Knights of Ren in this either, do we? He sets up those cool as fuck Knights of Ren, and Rian Johnson doesn't even make mention to them. It's like he set up so much cool stuff. That's what J.J. Abrams is good at, setting things up that have mystery behind them. He had a bunch of mystery. What about Rey's hallucination when she touched the fucking lightsaber? Which J.J. Abrams didn't know what he was going to do with that, but he's like, this is a mystery box. This is a mystery box. And he is kind of a fucking hack for doing that. But, what am I saying? But he had to have been so frustrated making this movie, knowing that Rian Johnson killed Luke, fucking killed his Emperor character, Snoke, and just destroyed everything that he had set up. You know, here's a theory. Maybe Rian Johnson maybe he was so annoyed with the whole process of him having to put in a 30-minute Casino Planet scene in order to tie in with a side movie they had nothing to do with. Maybe he was just like, you know what, fuck it. If I have to do all this annoying stuff, and they probably kept on sending it back to him. No, well, you're going to have this. Oh, and it has to be more diverse. Maybe that's why the first scene in The Last Jedi with the space bombers, it looks like the Burger King Kids Club right out the gate. Oh, shit. And that scared me. That was right in my ear. Maybe we've been dogging on Rian Johnson, and we shouldn't have, because it's not like he was the boss of everything, and we could tell because of the obvious ties into Solo that he was forced to do. So maybe he was just like, you know what, you're gonna make me do all this. You know what, I'm gonna kill Luke Skywalker. I'm gonna kill your Emperor, and he's like, fuck you guys. Maybe he was just like that. I don't know though. I don't know. These people. These Hollywood people, they got massive egos. They're out of control. So is that the Emperor?
With you.
Always.
Okay. You know, I think I've already seen some crazy news about this. I think that they said that this has... I thought I saw an article that said that they've outsold Avengers Endgame already, and I have to call bullshit on that. It can't be true. Lord of the Rings, what? Debuts final trailer, tickets on sale. Tickets on sale. Let's go to news. The final chapter of the Skywalker saga. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was a YouTube thing or something. Jesus. They already have so many articles written about this. I'm late to the game. Yeah, there's a... I don't know. We don't have to get into this. But yeah, what did you guys think of the Rise of Skywalker final trailer? Let's see, let's look at the chat here. Why is the stream repeating for me? Oh, Chris, you can't give the blame to the director. The producers have most of the pull. That's what I'm saying. I think that people should stop... maybe. Because Rian Johnson's kind of... Well, you know, he's getting so much shit after that movie came out. And people point out, like he said, that he was afraid of Red Letter Media a while back. And then he said, I don't care. He's like, I don't care if they review my movie. He's probably just so sick of all the bullshit. But you know what? He probably got a fat-ass paycheck for... I'm sure he got a fat-ass paycheck for this, but he was probably not only the wrong man for the job, but he had a bunch of idiots above him probably meddling with his movie. And now in a last-ditch effort, they're tossing a bunch more money at J.J. Abrams to fix the fuck up. We got some other trailers to react to. We got 6 people here. I might as well keep going. I was going to do it in a separate stream, but since I have you all here, we might as well just continue on the show. What up, Travis? Okay, we'll play it one more time, I hypocrite. Let's see here. Here we go. One more run through the Rise of Skywalker final trailer. Is that a helmet?
It's an instinct.
together.
We're not alone.
Looks very Star Warsy, the way they're
Good people will
gathering.
fight
There's
if we lead
Tico,
them.
Poe Dan the Man on an obvious soundstage.
People keep telling me they know me.
That's what I'm saying. It's the lighting in that shot in the Millennium Falcon. And right there, the lighting that just doesn't look... It looks weird. It looks strange to me.
No one does.
It looks too clean.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now,
Is that like a Star Destroyer coming out of thing? Oh, landed right on this. This is my favorite shot of the trailer.
you're coming together.
And my least favorite shot of the trailer. Who's lighting this?
Is your undoing.
And I hate this.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
They even make a different version of this song. Make it more... Make it as epic as possible. We need to get these people back.
Your destiny.
I'm sure this movie's gonna do great. Probably gonna do fantastic. No joke, I'm serious. The normies will be out to see it.
The Force is with you.
Always.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. You guys didn't see it? Ha ha ha! Alright, alright. You know what? I need to step off camera for a second. And, I'll play it one more time. And then you guys could do the math and figure out what I was saying to what. Hold on a second. I'll be back.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
Alright, now we're going.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited.
Travis!
And now, you're coming together.
RB, you're a film guy. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm saying? What do you think? There's something about this that looks like it's like from a Mexican soap opera or something. Like it's the way that it's lit. I don't know. Does this look? It doesn't look right to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe you'd be able to put it into words, or maybe it's just something about. Maybe it's just me. What do you say, RB? We'll see.
Together.
I forget there's a delay sometimes.
Undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Yeah, a telenovela.
Taking one last
Didn't
look,
that
son.
shot look kind of like a telenovela? The rest of the movie
And my
doesn't.
friends.
That one shot and that other shot. The two shots. There's two shots. Like, this looks gorgeous right there.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi.
All this looks fine.
Your destiny.
What is that thing that they smash?
The Force will be with you.
Always.
You know, this trilogy, Travis, it actually had something to stand on. J.J. Abrams set up something that had a lot of potential. I was so excited coming off of when I walked out of The Force Awakens to see whichever one was going to come next, which was The Last Jedi. And I don't know, it had a lot of potential, and now they're scrambling to put it all together. Mandalorian looks dope though. Yeah. I fucking hate when I forget to switch the things and I do an entire fucking reaction and nobody could see what I'm looking at. So stupid. But yeah. That was, I think, yeah, we got through it. Rise of Skywalker. Maybe it'll be okay. Probably not. It's doing pretty good. I'm probably covering up the thing. I will give the trailer a like. No, oh wait, I'm not logged in. I'm on my guest. You know what? This is the other thing that. So remember in one of the last trailers when we saw a million, billion, zillion Star Destroyers? They're like, well, we can't do another Death Star. How about? Did you get to see it, I hypocrite? I ended up playing it through again. But like, so we can't do another Death Star, and we did the super duper duper Death Star in the first movie, and then we destroyed it instead of keeping it around to maybe use it in future movies because we had to copy A New Hope. The real name of that movie is just Star Wars. We had to copy that so to the T that we had to destroy the Death Star planet. So now instead of doing a Death Star, we're just going to do a million, billion, zillion Star Destroyers. No problem, dude. Jar Jar Binks is a better character than Marae Sue. Oh, I like what you did there, Travis. And you know what? Even her character had potential, but I don't know, it's just most Star Wars movies are fucking terrible. And just because they've started to come out with new ones, it doesn't. Maybe not terrible. Maybe that's really mean to say. A lot of work goes into them. Even the prequels. What I can say that these new ones make me have a newfound appreciation of those ones. As I remember, is that even back then, the consensus was that these movies are not that great. Darth Maul was cool. Pod racing was cool. People were a little uneasy. I worked at actually AMC theaters, and the third one came out, and the second one came out. I worked for AMC, and all the stuff that a lot of people make fun of now, like CGI flipping Yoda and stuff. Everybody who saw that when it came out at that theater, they're like, "Oh my God, you see that was so badass." Everyone loved it, and then only later, maybe when they grew up. But I remember people's reaction in the theater because I was there when tons of people were going to go fucking see that from Attack of the Clones. That's the second one, and I don't know. People seem to generally like the third one when it came out. But yeah, dude, There's some things about the prequels that are still, it's just like, ugh, it makes me want to turn them off while I'm watching them. It's mostly performances. Hayden Christensen is irritating as fuck in those movies. But, I don't know. These are bad in a different way. But I'm assuming this is going to be the finale. The Rebels versus a million zillion Star Destroyers.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
You know what, though? As much as I'm player hating on this, I have a feeling this is going to be a 3.5-hour movie, and maybe they can pull some shit together and let's try to figure it out. I'm starting to think that maybe JJ's going to have to dig into deep lore, like stuff that happened in that Clone Wars TV show or something, because I've heard that they have used time travel elements in the cartoon series, which are canon. So I have a feeling he's going to dig deep down in there and like maybe try to flip around some stuff. Maybe even probably he probably won't bring Luke back to life using time travel, but he might. Or I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I am excited to see this movie just based on curiosity of how they're going to make this work. How are they going to justify this being a 3-part story? Because what story have they told so far? I feel like nothing was accomplished with The Last Jedi. It was just like blah. The only thing that happened is that almost all of the resistance was killed, thousands of them, and then the remaining 12 that made it to the Millennium Falcon, they all were happy and joking around like nothing happened. It's the most bizarre fucking movie ever. Anyone pretending that that movie doesn't have serious problems is being disingenuous. But yeah. Well, Travis, she might. Because the John Boyega and Daisy Ridley, I don't think they're interested in coming back for anything else. The writers, RB says, it's like the writers never learned the stages of progression of a hero. I've taken classes where it's the key to follow the stages to make a justified story. No, but see, you can't do that. In this case, needs to be a strong female brunette. That's been their go-to for all of their movies, the Disney Star Wars movies. And she has to be perfect. Perfect! And yeah, that's about it. You can't write an interesting character anymore. Not in these plastic piece of shit movies that, I'm really turning to see. I love the MCU. I'm afraid that's about to go down the shitter. I like Star Wars a lot. Just been disappointed. I'm hoping there'll be some course correction. There has been some potentially good news. Kevin Feige has been put in charge of not only the Marvel movies, but Marvel Comics. So maybe it will spell perhaps this might be the end of SJW Marvel, which has kept me out of the comic book store that I used to go to up the street. I used to go to every single goddamn week and drop $20 on books until like they just kept piling up, and I'm just like, why aren't you reading them? I'm like, I kept collecting them because I'm just like, it's going to be harder to find if I wait to read the issue before. And then when I ended up, it's like $1,000, hundreds of dollars, stacks of comic books I had never read. And I'm just like, it's because you don't like these books. And I mean, it's all connected. Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, Disney. Kevin Feige's supposed to be making a Star Wars movie. They're making so many fucking Star Wars movies. Rian Johnson's supposed to get his own trilogy. He should get his own trilogy that they don't fuck with. Something that he is completely in creative control of, because the way this is all unfolding, it looks like that guy, and I'm actually starting to feel bad for him. He's getting he might be getting fucked out of his franchise because of just meddling. But I don't know. He probably would have made a bad movie anyway. I don't know. I liked Lupa. Any of you motherfuckers see Lupa? Lupa's pretty good. It was okay from what I remember. Kind of didn't make sense, but that's okay. Time travel movies never do. Travis, come on now. I'm not surprised that this will happen, hence all good things must come to an end. I'm not surprised that this has happened, will happen, hence all good things come to an end. Okay. Star Wars should die, says Travis. Maybe. But yeah. I got a couple other trailers, and I say that we fucking look at them right now. The next one is a comic book adaptation of a comic called BLOODSHOT, and it stars Vin fucking Diesel. And yeah, it's based off of Valiant comic book. I've never read it before. I don't even know if I own any Valiant comics. Maybe like a few. I probably own a couple randoms, like Free Comic Book Days, stuff like that. Or I'm pretty sure that imprint's been around since the 90s, I want to say. So I might have some coming around. Oh, and this is Sony Pictures Entertainment, I see. It's behind the camera, but I see it's a Sony movie. And that makes me remember, number 6 on trending for a comic book that I know nothing about. That's interesting. Anybody in the chat? There's 6 people here. Have you ever read a BLOODSHOT comic book? Apparently it's a good seller for Valiant. And I've looked at some of the imagery. I like Google searched BLOODSHOT a little bit, and the character looks pretty cool. And a lot of the artwork of him looks pretty dope. Oh, but what I was going to say is this is Sony's attempt at making their own comic book universe similar to the MCU. They have retained the rights to, I think, all Valiant Comics characters. And what they're going to try to do is make their own type of MCU similar to what DC failed miserably at doing with the DCEU. So this is their first movie in what is supposed to be a chain of movies in what, if it's Sony Pictures, is going to be a future failure of a cinematic universe. I mean, Universal can't do it. Kevin Feige and the people, not Disney, Marvel Studios, they started this shit, and Disney acquired them. And God damn, I would love to have seen what the state of the MCU would be like right now had Disney had no involvement whatsoever. I think things would have been a little bit different. But you know what? I'm still waiting and seeing the MCU. They have a lot of interesting stuff that they're folding out on Disney Plus, and a bunch of like television series, even though it's through a streaming service. And I'm pretty excited to see what they have to offer there. Also, that animated show, What If? There's a lot of potential there. Speaking of potential. But yeah, you know, I grew so tired of those Marvel Netflix shows. I was like so in when that first Daredevil came out. And then I didn't really dig Daredevil Season 2. Felt rushed. Loved Jessica Jones Season 1. Iron Fist was okay. Luke Cage was pretty good. And then The Defenders was just kind of okay. It's all the same. So I hope that they're moving away from that Netflix formula of just fighting in alleys and hallways and everything looking the same, and create some new and weird shows like WandaVision. Has a lot of potential. It could be cool. It might suck. We don't know yet. I hope it's good. I don't want the MCU to tank or turn shitty by any means. You didn't like Luke Cage at all? I liked the first season of Luke Cage. I haven't watched the second one, though. I burnt out. Haven't watched season 2 of Iron Fist. I haven't watched season 2 of Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is my favorite series out of all of them. Yeah, the new series Watchmen just dropped yesterday, but I saw a lot of negative reactions to it on YouTube last night that I didn't end up watching it. I might give it a watch tonight. It just, I don't know. The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. That's what you guys should watch. If you guys got HBO Go, HBO Now, go watch Danny McBride in The Righteous Gemstones. It's basically, they had Eastbound and Down, then they had Vice Principals, now it's The Righteous Gemstones. I just finished up season 1. It is very good. Very good. Very funny. Oh, yes, I a hypocrite. I did watch The Boys. Loved it. Can't wait for season 2. Don't know how I'm going to watch it. Can you sign up for Amazon Video separately? Because I don't want Amazon Prime. I don't get a lot of stuff shipped here. I like to go to the store. So I don't want to drop $100 or how much, $150. How much is Amazon Prime per year? I just would rather pay $7 a month. Or whatever, or 10. I'll pay $10. I'll pay $10 for 1 month to watch The Boys season 2. I don't know. I should have looked into it a little closer and see if I could do separate things at Amazon, but you know. The motion comic of Watchmen. I tried to watch that, but they had the narrator of it, the guy doing the voiceover. They just had a man. They didn't hire like a voice cast, so it was like just a dude doing the dude's voices and then changing his voice to sound like a woman. So I wasn't really big on the Watchmen motion comic. I remember I worked at Blockbuster when Watchmen came out, and so I had access to the digital comics when it came out, so I watched it, and I'm like, I can't watch this. You can do it separate, but it's not. You can't do it separate, but it's not crazy expensive. Yeah, it's $8 a month, and they make you pay all up front. Oh man, I live day to day. I don't know. You getting Injustice 3? Injustice 3 hasn't even been announced, Travis. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago, Travis. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I tried watching it. I didn't finish it though. Man, we still have a home video or a video store chain around Chicagoland called Family Video that they still have video stores open. And but on their marquee, instead of new releases, it says like CBD oil sold here and shit. So I was just out in a neighborhood with one of these, so I decided to go check it out, and it was wild. It really took me back. I really miss Blockbuster videos and like independently owned video stores. I used to love just like wandering around those, and you know, I would even see DVDs for sale. I'm like, oh look, Shazam! I could buy this DVD for $6. I'm like, do I need a DVD or Blu-ray of Shazam? I could just watch it through my phone or the computer. It's like I have like 300 VHS tapes sitting right over here. If I minimized and made everything digital, it would change my life. Patriot. I'll have to look that up. I haven't heard about that. Of course I would watch a Marvel Zombies movie. I've read a lot of the Marvel Zombies books. They are fucking fun, and they are very brutal. That was way before SJW Marvel kicked in. It was Marvel Zombies. That's like when I'll go a quick recap of how I got back into buying comic books. From second or third grade, I stopped buying comic books. And then in 2000, well, I don't know what year it was, but 2009, the movie X-Men Origins Wolverine, excuse me guys, X-Men Origins Wolverine comes out. And if you guys have seen that and you're a fan of the character Deadpool, blasphemous. They turned him into Barakapool. And it just offended the fucking shit out of me. And what I did on that same week that I realized what they had done, because I didn't even go to the theaters to see X-Men Origins Wolverine. The franchise is kind of on the downturn after X3. But I worked at Blockbuster when that movie came out. So I got the PS2 video game version of it in my store. when the movie was released in theaters. So I played that, and I got all the way to the end, and that's how I found out what they did to Deadpool, is because I played the video game version of X-Men 2. X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is actually a very good game on all platforms. I mean, it's of its time, but I remember it being very fun. Another good show on Amazon, which was just canceled, is The Tick Season 1 and 2. I haven't watched Season 2 yet. I'll have to do that some other way, because my trial expired after I watched The Boys. But the Tick Season 1, I sign off on. Very fucking funny. I really liked it. But back on what was I fucking saying? Shit. Fuck. I was on a roll. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's a silly show, but the Tick's a silly character. What else was I talking about before I sidelined my fucking self? What at all were we talking about? What are we doing here? Valiant Comics. All right, let's start from the beginning. Valiant Comics is a comic book. Oh, Marvel Zombies. I don't know. Let's check out this Bloodshot trailer. Maybe it'll come to me. If you remember what I was talking about before I mentioned the Tick, leave it in the comments. Number 6 on trending, Bloodshot. Just check her out. Sony, you fucking cunts. If you take down this live stream, I'm going to find out where your offices are and send you a letter. Looks like it's going to be an R-rated thing, which, okay, thumbs up. You can't shoot somebody in the face like that and be PG-13.
I'm home.
Memories are made of this.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but you got yourself killed. I'm sorry to be the one
hold
to
on,
tell you this,
hold
but
on a
you-
second. What is it? Is this a Johnny Cash cover of... No, I thought it was a Johnny Cash cover of Sweet Dreams, but he said memories are made of this, not Sweet Dreams. I don't know if this is this.
I'm home.
Maybe I should just let the trailer play. What up,
this
Zaid
place?
Comics? How
I'm
you
sorry to be
doing?
the one to tell you this, but you got yourself killed. At RST, we rebuild the most important assets in the U.S. military. Soldiers like yourself. You're the first who we've successfully managed to bring back, but improved, enhanced. With the technology in your veins, you have an army inside you that will not only make you stronger, it will heal you instantly.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Quick pause. Hey, Zaid Comics, are you a Bloodshot reader? I've never read a single Bloodshot comic book. I skimmed his Wikipedia real quick. Didn't learn not enough to know anything about him. What do you think of the character Bloodshot? Is it a good comic book? Should people check it out?
Now tell me, do you remember anything?
Where are you going?
I've got unfinished business.
I'm gonna find the man who murdered my wife and kill him.
This just comes off kind of like, if you don't know the comic book, this just comes off as like, oh, is this Triple X5? Is this Fast and the Furious 11? Vin Diesel is kind of distracting, and the character I see... We'll just get through this.
Oh, that's not good. All right, shut him down. And initiate sequence. Okay.
Wow.
Who is the next target for elimination?
Memories are made of this.
Tell me, do you remember anything?
Do I know you guys?
I don't think so.
They've been manipulating you. What you think is real sometimes ain't.
And initiate sequence.
That was a little rough. That's some bad CGI there.
You can't control me forever.
Sure about that? Revenge is what makes a man like you exceptional.
Oh, is that his? That's his face.
You know nothing about
That looks R-rated to me.
That is absolutely fantastic.
I feel like I just heard this. Are they playing this on repeat?
Ooh. I like this trailer. I like this trailer. I kept on thinking, like, this looks like a movie that came out 15 years ago, but I'm just like, it's just Vin Diesel. Look past the Vin Diesel. And we like Vin Diesel. He is Groot. So we like Vin Diesel. They're really, Sony's really pushing it. Based on the best-selling comic book that you haven't heard of, but you should have, and this is a comic book movie, so it's cool. And this actually does look pretty, it looks pretty interesting. That guy with the fucking spider robot arms, that kind of reminded me of the Alita Battle Angel. Today about the characters, healing effect is cool. Yeah, straight up. Never read it. It always looked awesome to me. Yeah, this is the thing. Bloodshot was Valiant's bestseller in the 90s. I was saying something like that earlier. I didn't have the notes in front of me. But let's take a look at, hardcore fans. Let's see, Bloodshot? Is this going to be... Because it just looks like Vin Diesel being Vin Diesel. He's not white enough. Yeah, I don't know. Why is this guy... I mean, they can make Drax look... they can make Dave Bautista look totally different. Why can't they make Vin Diesel look like this guy? Vin Diesel is not... he's bald, but he's not bald. You could tell that he could grow hair. He just bicks it. You could even see right here. I could see follicles right there. Oh, shit. You can't see the follicles. Hold on. Fuck. I think even from there, I could tell that he could grow hair here. He's been in movies where he's had hair. Why don't grow out a little bit of hair so you could look like this? And he doesn't... Oh, are they doing it differently? Because I did see a part in the trailer where his chest was glowing. So... Yeah, there seems to be a lot of different interpretations of this character. Perfect. Alright, he seems completely qualified. Yeah, looks great. Should have grown his hair out, though. I don't know. That looks like a comic book character. That looks like Vin Diesel, and that's essentially what he looks like in this movie. That's my only gripe with it. I don't read the book, though, so I can't really say shit. What the fuck does that mean, Travis? Hey, look up the toy. Alright, Bloodshot toy. Does it look like Vin Diesel annoyed on a balcony? This better not be porn. Oh! So they basing it off of a toy? Or is this toy based off the movie? Bleeding cool. Ugh. When did this come out? October 8th, 2019. So this is new. It's supposed to look like him. Okay, so... So are you thinking that... I'm not staying on Bleeding Cool. Alright, so probably by the end of the movie, he's going to be all white. So that's like that's a spoiler. Good. There's so many of... God damn it. There's so many... I can't wait for the article about how Is it really good in 2020 to make a movie about a super white guy shooting guns in a movie for white supremacy? Is he supposed to be Asian? Why does he have the rising sun on his chest? Okay, this might be a good movie. Let's give it one more whirl. Of course I have Triple X tattooed on the back of my neck.
Gina, I'm home.
Memories are.
What nationality is Vin Diesel, though? Travis said the SJWs are going to have. Maybe Vin Diesel gets a pass. I wish that I had the voice. Oh, wait, I could do that. Vin Diesel race. Sorry, I was doing voice to text. He never knew his biological father. Oh no! His mother is white, English, German, Scottish, and Irish ancestry, and his adopted father is African American. That doesn't count. Referring to his biological father's background, Diesel said that he himself is definitely a person of color. He spells it with a U! Look at that! Vin Diesel's classy as fuck. Is he from England? Why is he spelling it like that? But yeah, take his word for it. He is POC, and that's the way you ought to be. So, it's okay if he's white and shooting people.
What is this place?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but you got yourself killed. At RST, we'd rebuild the most important assets in the US military. Soldiers like yourself. You're the first who we've successfully managed to bring back. But improved, enhanced. With the technology in your veins, you have an army inside you.
I just want to comment that this concept about like a genetically enhanced super soldier is like, I've never seen anything like this before. I think it's neat. It's very creative.
Only make you strong.
Probably the first of its time, and they got Vin Diesel, so mad props to Valiant and Sony.
It will heal you instantly.
That is very cool.
Now tell me, do you remember anything?
Where are you going?
Excuse me. Okay, so they digitally change his memories to think that the people he need to assassinate are the guy who killed his Goyle friend. That's pretty good. Anheuser-Busch logo with a lime. Travis, that was sarcasm.
I'm gonna find the man who murdered my wife and kill him.
Alright.
Oh, that's not good.
Alright, so I mean, let's think about John Wick. John Wick is done. I'm getting revenge on the guy who killed my wife. Except it was gorgeous and stylized. This is all in slow-mo. Maybe that's why I think it's looks a little dated. Not just because it's got Vin Diesel.
All right, shut him down.
And initiate sequence. Okay, who is the next target for elimination?
Memories are made of this.
Tell me, do you remember anything?
Do I know you guys?
I don't think so.
They might be showing us too much.
They've been manipulating you.
Yeah, I feel like, unlike Rise of Skywalker, which we just covered, I feel like after watching this, I know everything that's going to happen in this movie in the order that it's going to happen, and it's pretty much linear to the way this trailer is set up. So, points off, Sony. You fucked up again. You only have 3.83 million subscribers, Sony Pictures Entertainment. That's fucking embarrassing. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. I'll show you. 3.8 million subscribers. And you're supposed to be Dr. Spider-Man. Give me a break.
Sometimes ain't.
And initiate sequence.
Shut the fuck up, Travis. One Jick, ha, like Van Damme. Alright, I'm missing a lot of chat here. You think, Hey, Dredd was great. Dredd was amazing. Why? Is the guy who did Dredd doing this? I love Dredd. I would love 10 Dredd sequels. It's my bad, he's Universal, not Super. Chris is vaping on... Fuck you, Travis. That's not funny, RB. That's not funny. No, I'm just saying slow-mo. What? Oh, yeah, Dredd had great slow-mo. That's true. Alright. Sorry, guys. I'm biased. I'm racist against Sony, to be honest. They make me so mad, them Sonys.
You can't control me forever.
You sure about that? Revenge is what makes a man like you exceptional.
You know nothing about men like me.
That's badass.
That is absolutely fantastic.
I feel like I just heard this. Are they playing this on repeat?
Okay, Bloodshot looks pretty good. Not white enough. Not compared to the comic book, but maybe they'll make him more white. Vaping is saving my life. Alright, we got one more trailer on the thing, and this... We got any fans of last podcast on the left in the chat or watching right now? The next trailer we're covering is a movie called Hail Yourself, America, starring the great Ben Kissel, who is one of the 3 hosts of last podcast on the left, which I said. One of my favorite fucking podcasts. He also does the political... last podcast on the left is about true crime, serial killers, ghosts, and aliens. And his other podcast, Abe Lincoln's Top Hat, is all political. He has a degree in political science. He has run for office, for some office in something borough, New York. He got like 3,000 votes or 2,000, 3,000 votes or something. He did pretty good for a podcaster. You might have seen him on, he used to be one of the producers for Fox News' Red Eye. And you'll actually see him if you go to Ben Kissel's YouTube page, which you should do after we wrap up here, because he's a cool guy. Ben Kissel, go to his YouTube. He appears on Fox News a lot as... He says he's a moderate, but he's a more left-leaning guy, and he's a pretty level-headed dude. And Abe Lincoln's Top Hat is one of the only political podcasts I could really stand to listen to, because he's not very ridiculous or hyperbolic or completely one-sided. Ben Kissel's a good dude. And yeah, check out last podcast on the left. Check out Abe Lincoln's Top Hat. Not that I need to tell you 6 people. Ben Kissel's doing very good for himself. And this is a documentary he made, and I'm not sure what it's about. Oh, how about we figure it out before we watch? In 2017, I had the honor of running... Oh, look, I should have read this. In 2017, I had the honor of running for Brooklyn Borough President. Along the way, I met amazing people, learned more about the political process, and most importantly, furthered my education about the issues that matter to people. So, political documentary about the 6-foot-something Ben Kissel. Let's see what the trailer has to say.
So this is the robocall.
Say your temporary message and then press the pound key.
All right, maybe I shouldn't do this on speaker. Oh, man.
In a city controlled by political elites, one man dared to take on the establishment with no connections, no political party, and no money.
I'm Ben Kissel, and I'm running for Brooklyn Borough President. When Ben decided to run, I thought it was a massive mistake.
Zombies are just like any other constituent. They want brains.
That guy who said it was a mistake, that's Henry Zabrowski, obviously from Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell on Adult Swim and Last Podcast on the Left.
In leadership.
I grew up in an evangelical Christian home with 2 gay brothers, so part of me does believe in God.
It's almost as if they don't want us running.
It's an advocate position.
He just cut ribbons and waved.
I wanted him to run and shut up about it.
Hail yourself, BK!
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that.
So this is
It's only a 1-minute trailer. We're watching again.
Message and then press the pound key.
All right, maybe I shouldn't do this on speaker. Oh man.
In a city controlled by political elites, one man dared to take on the establishment with no connections, no political party, and no money.
I'm Ben Kissel, and I'm running for Brooklyn Borough President. When Ben decided to run, I thought it was a massive mistake.
Zombies are just like any other constituent. They want brains.
Oh my gosh. He worked with trauma, it looks like.
Evangelical Christian home with 2 gay brothers, so part of me does believe in God.
It's almost as if they don't want us running.
It's an advocate position.
He just cut ribbons and waved.
I wanted him to run and shut up about it.
Hail yourself, BK!
Hail Satan! Hail yourselves. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Isn't that fucking hilarious that that actually did get the adrenaline pumping in me. We just watched 2 trailers for fucking action movies, and I just watched that, and I am so excited to see that. I'm so excited to watch Ben's movie. And it looks epic. It looks like a fun time. Like, in 1 minute, they did what these fucking... you could tell this is a zero-budget production. I mean, Last Podcast on the Left is one of the most popular podcasts. They're up there. Like, they do really good numbers. They're very very popular podcast. But this, I'm just like, what a fucking drag. Okay, you're gonna put it together, and I'm being so pessimistic. This, I'm like, all right, looks pretty good. These both look like decent movies. I'm gonna go see them both in theaters, and I'm thumbs up on the Bloodshot, even thumbs up on the Rise of Skywalker trailer. It's not a bad trailer. It's just like, I'm so exhausted with Star Wars, everything surrounding Star Wars. I have no investment in the character Bloodshot, and I listen to this guy on the radio, or not on the radio, like 4 hours. I listen to 4 hours of him talking on podcasts at least per week. So
this is the robocall.
Check out Hail Yourself. Check out Ben Kissel on YouTube.
Maybe I shouldn't do this on speaker. Oh man.
Yes, good idea. Good idea,
city
RB.
Controlled by political elites, one man dared to take on the establishment with no connections.
And he actually got he got a decent amount of votes.
Money.
I'm Ben Kissel, and I'm running for Brooklyn Borough President. When Ben decided to run, I thought it was a massive mistake.
Zombies are just like any other constituent. They want brains and leadership.
I grew up in an evangelical Christian home with 2 gay brothers, so part of me does believe in God.
It's almost as if they don't want us running.
It's an advocate position.
He just cut ribbons and waved.
I wanted him to run and shut up about it.
Hail yourself, BK!
Super excited to see that shit. He's bringing it around to like film festivals and stuff like that right now, so I don't believe that it's available to watch, but yeah, pretty dope. Yeah, and that's all the trailers. I think it was a good idea to package them all up together. Maybe I will Maybe I'll isolate. I'll download this. I'll rip this off of YouTube and then isolate them all to make them separate videos. But probably not. You guys are here. Other people will watch this. I think that's all I got though for now. I got a lot of fucking horrible shit going on at home right now. So I might be back on later to do a video game stream. Just to distract myself, because this has actually done very good. I was in a terrible mood. But having to multitask is very just good at distracting you. But yeah, I'll be alright, RB. Thanks, though. Leave it together. Don't edit the stream. Takes notes for ideas for campaign. Okay, yeah, I'm all caught up. But yeah, I might be back later tonight. If you're new here, make sure to like and... Everyone like the video. There's 0 likes on this video right now, and there's been like consistently 5 to 8 people watching this whole time. Toss me some motherfucking likes. Stay metal. Hail Satan. And hit that bong for notifications. And yeah, I might be back later tonight with Mortal Kombat 11. Or something. Probably Mortal Kombat 11. But yeah. Thanks for watching, motherfuckers. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.